Well, two other people watching last night were Jack Kindle-Brown and Lawrence Tate. They are England fans from Chelmsford and they have been joining us throughout the tournament. They host the TalkingLoyal football podcast. They've been joining us throughout, as I say, to talk about England. Morning to both of you and thanks for joining me early this morning.
Morning, Sonia.
Morning, Sonia.
Morning. Right, Lawrence, let's start with you. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about the match?
Yeah, a bit disappointed. I saw ahead this morning, but I really thought we were going to win last night. And even when we equalised, I thought, here we go, take it to extra time, and then a real sucker punch right at the death there. And yeah, very disappointed this morning.
Yeah, and Jack, similar feelings, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think everyone just a bit sort of gutted and sort of the wind just taken out of you, I suppose. But it was very 50-50 going into it. I was probably more confident we've ever been, but just that sort of here we go again sort of thing.
Yes, we're heading to for the men. We're heading to 60 years of hurt now, aren't we? And it feels like that is going to be the case. What do you think? I mean, to get to the final first point is, that's not too shabby at all. They've done well to get to that point, and you're right. I think we did actually, in many ways, feel a little bit confident going into the match, which is a change from normal. What do you think didn't seal the deal, Jack? What do you think we should have or could have done to have won it? I
think I just heard you before, but we were doing okay in the first half. We were containing them and we'd sort of done a job. And like you said, I think we were like, okay, half time, we can come out second half, do this, do that. But I think, we came out second half and it was like a whole new side. And Spain obviously stepped it up and their two wide players got involved for the first time and they got their goal. But it was just, I don't know, it felt like it was missing something. There was just I think it's been missing the whole tournament, but a bit of energy or someone who sort of takes the game and goes, right, I'm going to do this, if that's Bellingham or if that was Foden or Harry Kane. I'm not sure. There was just something missing.
Yeah, Lawrence, what do you think? The relief was that, and Gareth Southgate's come under a bit of fire for this before, hasn't he? Not necessarily making changes and perhaps not making them soon enough. It did seem that we did make those changes and they had an impact pretty soon. But was the starting lineup right, do you think? Should some of those changes been made right from the outset?
I think the starting lineup was okay. And again, his change did work with Palmer. We looked better on him. But for me, it was our left-hand side. Throughout the tournament, we sort of struggled there. We've sort of shoehorned Foden down the left, and it just wasn't working. You had everything was going down the right-hand side, and Shaw, who's not 100% fit, was having to do a lot of work down that left-hand side. And you had players like Eze or Gordon on the bench that could have come on or were natural left wingers and just had a bit more balance, and then you could go down both flanks. And I just think we really struggled down that side, and it sort of nullified our attack a little bit.
And of course, as we saw from the possession stats, Spain very much dominated with possession. What do you think about Southgate's future, Lawrence?
I think that's probably it for him. I know there's been rumours that the FA want to keep him again, and I can see why they'd want to do that, because he's created a good atmosphere. And I think over the last how long has been charged, 8 years, people have sort of fallen back in love with the national team. And I can see why they want to keep him, but I probably think it is time to move on and maybe get a manager that can take us to that next level. Who that guy is, I don't know. But I do think it's probably time to move on. And thanks for the great 8 years and taking us to 2 finals and semi-finals. And before he signed in charge, we haven't been a team to get past the quarterfinals. So he's done a really good job in that respect. But I think it's probably time to look forward to the future, really.
Yeah, and Jack, what about you and Southgate's future?
Yeah, I think similar, really. I think the FA have chose to stay loyal for that 8 years, and even at the start when he came in for a little interim spell, and they thought, oh, right, this is our man. And even leading into this tournament, there was a lot of noise about, do we move on, do we change? And there was a lot of noise from the public. And again, even Southgate, and that sounds stupid, but he's been very loyal to England, even through his playing career. He played over 50 times. Obviously had disappointment in major tournaments himself playing, and thought, right, I want to be the manager to try and change that. And I'd like to say, I think the overall view and image of England has changed as a country and our opinion on the side. But I think you just leave it down to Gareth, and it's his decision. I think it's almost like it's very hard for a manager to go out on a high. I know we lost yesterday, but
It's a rarity, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if he was to carry on, it almost could end badly again. So I think, if it's his decision, it will come out in a few weeks probably. But if he wants to stay, then that's absolutely fair enough. And if he wants to go, then we say, thank you, and we choose someone else.
Yeah, well, thank you both for joining us this morning early after a late night, and thank you for joining us throughout the tournament as well. I'll chat to you in a couple of years' time for the World Cup, shall we? Jack Kindle-Brown and Lawrence Tate there. England fans from Chelmsford, they are co-hosts of the Talking Loyal Football podcast. It's 7:19.